Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown and
Brett Middleton.
we're talking about Facebook ads, and Brett's going to give our top 3 strategies. If you did nothing else on Facebook, these would be the best ads, the best types of ads to do. So, Brett, what's number 1?
Ooh, great question. Number 1 is a short window or short-term retargeting campaign. Facebook is actually pretty cool, and they allow you to set the timeline or the time window that you want to capture or target an audience for. If you have high enough traffic, it's actually really good to do for the last 24, 48, 72 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you just went to somebody's website,
Yeah.
you're much more likely to be in that mode, right? Like when I go somewhere and I get an ad right afterwards,
Yep.
I'm much more likely to complete that transaction or actually submit a contact form because I'm in that mode and maybe I just didn't finish what
Yeah.
I was about to do.
Yep. To me, you have to consider like what the service is that someone is looking at when you're crafting a retargeting strategy for any channel, especially Facebook though. So if you were looking at storm damage or something that's more of an emergency, a quick decision that they're going to make a decision within a day or two, it doesn't make sense to retarget to someone for 7, 28, 30, 90 days. Like you need a really targeted audience. If you're looking at more of like a new build, general contracting, those sorts of things, there can be a longer decision time. Number 2, offering a lead magnet. And what I mean by a lead magnet is something that entices them to actually give you their information to click. You're not just saying, click on this ad. What you're saying is schedule a free inspection.
Or a spring checklist.
Yeah, spring checklist.
Yeah, I think that's a good one, like an exterior spring checklist.
Yep. I actually really like the idea of a guide or a downloadable offering to educate someone, something that they can have before they run into a home emergency, something like storm damage.
Absolutely. All right, one more. What else we got?
All right. So this one is, I tried to go a little bit more like, what's your standard sort of prospecting ad that you can take besides offering a lead magnet? What you really need to do if you've already crafted that retargeting strategy and that lead magnet is just be very specific with the action that you're hoping that people will take, and just trying to go right for scheduling an inspection.
Yeah.
So if you can get in front of someone, in Facebook it's a little bit harder nowadays to identify if someone's really within your target audience. So that's why we try and play with some of that more high funnel education stuff.
Yeah, Facebook took away a lot of these like really granular demographic things because it was like about privacy.
Yep.
And I also think it makes the ad product a little bit less useful.
It does.
But there are ways around that.
Yep. So let's say that you've got decent web traffic to your site, and you're able to craft a retargeting audience for your retargeting campaigns, and then a similar or a lookalike audience of your website visitors, the people who are engaging with you already. That's a pretty good audience. We can with a decent level of confidence just say, hey, we're advertising on these things, trying to get you to download something. We've already got retargeting ads playing. Let's play around with just trying to actually get people to schedule free inspections. There's nothing wrong with experimenting with it.
And I just want to talk through some general things about messaging and on Facebook. One of the biggest things from my perspective is having empathy for your audience. So we often think, as business owners or people running advertisement, we're not subject to the same rules as other things. Like we make dry ads. We make ads that don't reach out and grab you. We don't use emojis in our ads because we're thinking, like a company. You need to think like a human being and have empathy for people and try to give up front, like we talked about these lead magnets, but also, hey, how can we be human to other people? I think another thing is urgency. So empathy and then urgency around, hey, we've got 3 more free inspections in your area this week, or hey, there was storm damage that you have to get checked out before July 28th or whatever. Something with Yeah, nice. Before Brett's birthday. So you've got to get your storm damage checked out before this date, and having some urgency there, because like ultimately that's true in a lot of areas where it's within 1 year or 2 years of the storm, you have to get that damage checked out, and you're much more likely to get an insurance claim. So remember that though, empathy and urgency, and video. You know, it doesn't have a C in it, but please consider getting video for your company. I know from experience, talking to the roofers that we have as clients, that people like looking at your face. People like seeing you and knowing you, because you do business with people you like, know, and trust.
Yeah.
And video is a way to scale that out.
Yeah.
Video is a way to give personality, and those ads, I think, get a lot more engagement.
Yes, video creates not only an emotional connection, but is also favorably delivered by Facebook. So you tend to be able to get cheaper ad serving costs. You know, you can get more impressions for fewer dollars, which means you can get more clicks.
Awesome. So I guess that's the three: is empathy, urgency, and video.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and join us for the next video.